My name is Annie Hall. This is Gracie Euler and Peyton Dickinson, and we will be talking about the last song.
Okay, so the last song, it's by Nicholas Sparks, obviously, and basically we're gonna read a quote first. Well, Gracie is.
I will read the quote first. This is like her dad is dying and stuff, and okay, so first Ronnie is the younger girl, so I'll read the quote. Okay. Life, he realized, was much like a song. In the beginning, there is mystery. In the end, there is confirmation. But in the middle, where all the emotion resides to make the whole thing worthwhile. For the first time in months, he felt no pain at all. For the first time in years, he knew his questions had answered. He listened to the song that Ronnie had finished, the song that Ronnie had perfected. He closed his eyes in the knowledge that his search for God's presence has been fulfilled. He finally understood that God's presence was everywhere all the time, and experienced by everyone one time or another. And so he's just talking about his relationship with his daughter. There's a big long part, but I'm going to skip it. He's just talking about his relationship with his daughter. God, he suddenly understood, was love in its purest form, and in the last months with his children, he had felt his touch as surely as he has heard the music spilling from Ronnie's hands.
So, his father is dying, and so he brings his kids down from their parents are divorced, and he brings his kids down to stay with them.
They don't know he's dying.
Yeah, they don't know anything. They just are okay, I guess we'll go live with him for the summer or whatever. And then they're really mad. The girl, Ronnie's really mad that
she's rebellious.
Yeah, she tries to be I don't know. She rebels against her dad and
stays out really late.
Yeah, and she doesn't. One thing, she doesn't play the piano because he loves the piano and loves her to play it and stuff. And she's no, I'm not gonna play the piano because of you. So I'm
she's
quitting.
Really mad.
And she's really good at it, and so she quits the piano, which is one thing
But then in the passage that I read, this is when she's playing it for him for the first time since she was 7.
Because she
got into Juilliard.
Dying.
Yeah, she's really good, and she gave it all up because she was mad at her dad.
And then in the end, she falls in love with the hot shot of the town, and his parents don't approve
because she's not very rich.
And some themes are death because her dad is dying.
Love
because
there's a lot of
love.
Because with her
hate-love love-hate relationships.
Yeah. And she has a best friend, and they get in some fights. There's also drama.
And her and her little brother get our love-hate relationship.
Yeah, her little brother he I don't know. He's making this thing with his dad, and then it's just kind of family bonding time. Then in the end, it just doesn't go so hot.
And the stained glass.
They find out he's dying.
The stained glass is definitely a theme. It's glass. He's the dad. A church burned down a year ago, and so the dad's making a new stained glass for the new church. And Jonah, the little brother's helping with it. And then the dad starts to die, and so Jonah tries to do it on its own. But then Ronnie and her boyfriend come together, and they help him with it.
And so, her boyfriend's acting as, the father figure to him because he's, trying to get inside the family. Okay.
And in the end, Jonah has to go back with his mom, and Ronnie stayed with her dad until he dies.
And then she went to Juilliard, and then Will came, and they were there together. Except he didn't go to Juilliard. He went to another college in New York.
Yeah, he went to Columbia, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. So I should probably read another quote.
This one's more about the love part.
Okay. Leaning in, he kissed her gently, first on her cheek and then on her lips. When he met her eyes, she saw the young man she loved last summer and the young man she still loved now. I never stopped loving you, Ronnie. I never stopped thinking about you, even if summers do come to an end. She smiled, knowing he was telling the truth. I love you too, Will Blakely, she whispered, leaning in to kiss him again. And so that's when, they kind of get in a fight, and then, they're going off to, college or whatever, and
their lives kind of fall apart.
Yeah.
And then, but this is when they're coming back together.
More symbolism, when the dad's dying, everyone's life starts to
He,
fall
held
apart.
the family together, even though that she didn't love him, or whatever. She says she didn't love him. But she, even though she didn't love her dad, he still held the family together, so, yeah.
That was a really good book. They made a movie out of it. Miley Cyrus.
The movie's not very good.
The movie's not very
good.
Don't
watch the movie. It doesn't have anything to do with the... I mean, it's it follows the plot line, but it's not very good.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
It's a good book.
Bye.
Peace out, Mr. Rich.